Thank you for finding some time for yourself. And if you could take a deep breath in and a relaxing breath out, and begin to orient your attention to your internal world. Breathing in and breathing out. And I wonder if you've noticed your chest rising and falling, or the air on your top lip as you exhale, or the support of the chair supporting you to go deeper into this experience. And I'm curious if you've noticed the full spectrum of this experience. Your breath, your muscles relaxing, the comfort of the chair, your chest rising and falling, eyes closed, breathing in and breathing out. And I wonder if you can go deeper into this experience. Muscles relax, deeper into relaxation, and deeper still. And of all the billions of atoms that make you you, all somehow connecting. Because if you weren't there, maybe there would just be a pile of atoms on the floor. The full spectrum that makes you you. And I wonder if you can feel the space, that nice feeling of stretching out your long, elegant spine, long arms and legs, shoulders relaxing. And once you've reached a satisfying level of comfort, let me remind you how important you are. Out of the billions of humans on this planet right now, you are of great significance. There is no one identical to you. And that will be the case until the end of time. There will never be anyone with your exact experience, your knowledge, your understanding of the world. That's how significant you are. And in the past, you've had a fear of public speaking, but it's got nothing to do with you. There's a process to public speaking. And doing things you're afraid to do is just crazy. The pressure it places on your heart, blood pressure, adrenal gland. But knowing you can do it and knowing how, that's different. You can still tremble and have a quiver in your voice, but know you belong there. And deep down in all humans, we recognize this. The nervous groom at a wedding, expressing his love. Or the young girl that's lost a parent and has to give a eulogy at a funeral. We recognize the honesty. We are inherently patient and just listen. In fact, we forgive most of the grammatical errors. And we smile. And however long it takes, we wait until what's needed to be said has been said. And you may excite some people, and you may move people to boredom or tears. Or some might only find it interesting. And maybe there's only one person who truly needs to hear what you have to say. And I don't know if it will be the dark, grim man down the front, or the old fellow who's smiling, or the woman down the back. But what I do know is it's imperative that you reach this one person. For like ripples in a pond, through him or her, your words will work miracles. And it may have nothing to do with your speech, but your words might excite the imagination, start a rolling stone, and something so much more than that. They could dream, and it just might come to fruition. And because you respect people, people respect you. You respect yourself. People can sense your goodwill. You are sincere and honest. And when you meet people in the future, I just wonder if you'll begin to really notice that you listen when people speak and they return the feeling to you. Whether you're speaking to one person or to a few, your attention is externally focused. And when there's nothing for you or anyone to say, you simply are yourself, glowing with honesty, empathy, concern. You are so comfortable being you that people express their opinion, their full entire views of the world, because your lips move easily when you say only a few words with sincerity. And it is this pivotal moment when those really understand that when they're asked to conduct a meeting, it's about the audience, answering their questions and concerns. And if you don't know the answer, they love you saying, "You don't know." They admire your honesty and trust when you say you'll find out, and get back to them when you do. They even don't mind if you use your mobile phone on the spot to phone a friend during a meeting to get an answer. And it reminds me of when I was training to be a hypnotherapist. And a woman was currently working for the ex-Australian Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull. And in fact, what people loved about his modern approach to politics would be he'd use his mobile phone, call his friend in London, working for British telecommunications, to ask an opinion on a staff member's question. In fact, people love the freedom you express because you really listen. And then there is the space. How well you use the space. Now, I don't know if you've been to the ballet, but at the ballet you have the corps de ballet, who are not the solo artists. And every ballerina dreams of being a solo artist, or at least being part of a pas de deux. And when I was once a young ballet teacher, I would giggle at all the 5-year-old children sitting on top of each other in their beautiful skirts and ribbons and leotards, so unaware of the space. And slowly the little ballerinas learn to fill the space. But you can even ask a late teenager if they'd like to perform a solo. And even if they want to, they don't know how. Even after a decade or more of being on stage. They've never had to travel from one corner to the other, front to back. Left to right, all by themselves, on their toes, or longer steps or strides, jumps, pirouettes. In fact, they typically need at least a solid year's practice before their solo is up to standard to compete. And a few years after that before they can win some prizes. And that's even after a decade of attending ballet classes 3, 4, 5, 6 days per week. And there are some fabulous evangelists who pace the space. In fact, Anthony Robbins, the motivational speaker, paces the space. Almost like an evangelist, almost like a rock star. And then there is Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. Not a gesture, so still in perfect pronunciation, every word and tempo, so deliberate, so perfectly constructed, so consuming. But all of these seem so normal, so natural, a sense of sincerity. And now that you're internally here, with internal locus of control, let's shift to an external locus of control. And for some, they will remain in active trance, like a martial artist or a professional golfer. And for others, they will slowly reorient back to the world. And what people love about external locus of control is it's the pivotal point of where your focus needs to be. And I wonder if you can be aware of what's outside of you now. The surface of your skin. What's just outside of that? What isn't you? Aware of the chair supporting you. Aware of the floor touching your feet or shoes. I'm curious if you can. Open your eye, or just begin to recall the objects in the room, the color of the walls, the flooring, any doorways or hallway, the energy that's filling the room that isn't you. I wonder if you can reach out and connect with the room. Really devote 100% of your attention to your external world. Because when your sincere, honest attention is on the audience, you just won't know if it will be the frowning woman at the front, or the cross-looking man up the back, or the mother with the crying baby who really hears you, who you speak with, speak in volume, like ripples in the pond. And in your ever-present attention, you will really not know. But what I do know is, in your undevoted attention to your audience, people will respect that, and in return respect you. And you can close your eyes now, back to your internal world, breathing in and breathing out. And because I really care about you, from one public speaker to another, one final tip I'll give you. If it gets really nasty, which it won't, what you do is you take a small step to your right. And any time someone heckles you or challenges your opinion, you take a small step to the right. Answer their question honestly with something like, I don't know. Speaking from a place of respect. And then step right back to where you were. And the reason why professional speakers do this or some do it with a gesture of the right hand. It is because you create an invisible naughty corner. You carve out a piece of negative space to the right on the stage that you then step away from. And isn't it nice to know that when you come from a place of knowing what you're doing, how calm you can feel about speaking from a place of honest integrity. And when you're ready to reorient yourself back, to your external world. You can take a deep breath in, wriggling fingers and toes. Really stretch out and open your eyes. Welcome back. You're perfect, just as you are.